feels like every other month, some YouTuber comes under fire and has an entire mob of people attack them. Maybe rightfully, maybe wrongfully. That's not what we're trying to focus on today. What I'm trying to focus on is what happens after. After the entire mob has burned down the village and the YouTuber is left lying on the ground, what happens? What do they do? Do they leave YouTube? Does their channel die off? Are they still there and the #1 YouTuber in the world and their name's PewDiePie? I don't know. It depends. Different things have happened to different people. So I have a list of about 20 or so YouTubers. We might not go through all of them, but I have a list of what they did, their apology video, and then what they're doing now. I'm not trying to be the guy who's like, this is what should happen to them, or they should be bigger. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. I don't give a f. That's not me. I'm not an arbiter of justice, but I'm more so curious. I don't want any of these people being attacked. You should be a simple drama frog with your bowl of popcorn and eating your popcorn and being like, huh, interesting. What happened to these YouTubers who got into huge scandals, and where are they now? What are they doing now? And that's what we're going to find out today. Boys, looking through these canceled YouTubers, seeing how they're doing, if they're still creating, and what's going on. Now, we're going to do each of these in a few parts. 1, we're going to say what they did. 2, we're going to take a look at the apology video. We might not watch them all the way through because it might be kind of fucking boring. And then 3, we're going to see what they're up to now. Sound good? So starting with this guy named David Dobrik, who is a wildly huge YouTuber. He has almost 20 million subscribers. But not too long ago in 2021, I think there was a huge shitstorm because he covered up that one of his friends sexually assaulted someone. He also became super reckless and hurt his friend Jeff Wittick. There's a bunch of shit that all came out at once. And people are like, oh, David Dobrik is a psychopath. And what happened is in the month of March, he lost 300,000 subscribers. Then the next month, 100,000. The next month, 100,000. And then it balanced out. And he didn't really upload, but he just came back a couple of months ago.
I want to be able to do this and just shoot straight into the camera and just talk to you guys. I've put myself in a lot of situations.
I love a jump cut right after it. Not to say that the jump cut changes much, but saying I'm a straight shooter. So anyway, yesterday,
I fully believe the woman who came out against Dom. As was reported, the next day, I got consent to post the video, even though I got the consent to post that video.
So what he's talking about, if you guys don't know, is he had a guy in his group of vloggers, and his name was Dirty Dom, and Dirty Dom was accused of sexual assault, and he says he believes the guy. But the same night that she was sexually assaulted, he was also filming a vlog bit with Dirty Dom, and I think introduced them to each other.
Should have never posted it.
I think what came of this is that David Dobrik stopped posting for a while and then came back. And if you're looking at all the videos on the comeback, guy's doing pretty good. I mean, 11, 10, 8, 10, 11, 10 million. It's about 10 million views every single video. And if you look before, there's certainly a drop off. It's not negotiable. Before it was 20, 30 million views a video. So it seems like he lost about 10 million average views, but still really out here busting down as a YouTuber. Let's take a look at the next person. This one is wild. Gus Johnson, it's hard to put in words. It's actually a really difficult video to watch, but it's from his ex-girlfriend, Abelina. Hopefully I'm not saying that terribly. Sabrina. And it basically talks about how she dealt with months or years of mental abuse and unsupportiveness from Gus Johnson. Pretty much in it, she talks about how she got pregnant. It was a baby that was being formed in her fallopian tube. I'm sorry. I don't know a lot about women. I don't know a lot about how babies are born. So excuse me for paraphrasing. Let's talk about fetuses, fellas. What it is when a man loves a woman and so you get a baby, and I stand with women. The baby basically was born in a place, being formed in a place it shouldn't, and it was bad, and it was life-threatening. That's all you need to know. And she did this surgery, and she was like, yo, Gus Johnson, father of the baby, can you come with me? And he said, and this is no cap, he said, I kind of plan drinks with the fellas. Fuck. Dude, the surgery's today? no, not the day that I was supposed to do drinks with the fellas. Hey, but I'll tell him you wish him well. and that's a small, minute point on an entire history of Gus doing fucked shit to his girlfriend at the time. And then after it came out, his own friends, and this is always the tell for me as a human who like watches the drama with popcorn, I always think to myself, what do the friends feel about it? I feel like that's the best judge of character is how your friends act after. And he immediately got cut off by people he's really close to, like Eddie. And he took like a month off from creating content, and then he made this video. It's called The Kid in Gym Class Who Always Got an Ice Pack. Bear in mind, he posted this after her story comes out about how she had to deal with a bunch of mental abuse and physical trauma from this baby.
Mr. Thompson, I need an ice pack. Yeah, it's a bad one. It's a bad one. Thank you. Oh, I really needed that. Yeah.
This is before he did an apology. No apology had been made anywhere. It was just kind of like an admission on Twitter that he has seen everything. And then he follows up with an apology that just came out a couple weeks ago.
Hi everyone, I'm sorry I didn't make this video sooner. I stepped away from social media for the last 3 months to really reevaluate everything that's going on in my life right now.
Okay, I'm just saying you didn't step away for 3 months. You did post this video in that time. I stepped away from social media for 3 months. Obviously, I came back for one video, one hit. Knocked it out of the park, fucking banger per usual. But outside of that, I was really focusing on myself the entire time.
And my ex-girlfriend posted a video that talked about a very difficult and painful experience that we went through in a relationship together.
I'm laughing that he's saying we went through. I can just imagine him at the bar with the boys like, fellas, this was tough for us. Yeah, she's going through all this shit. It's hard on both of us. She's at the hospital right now, but it's hard on both of us.
I think I'd gotten to the point where I had convinced myself that I was doing everything that I could do and that I was saying everything that I should say.
Okay, doing everything I could do is crazy. Fellas, if you're ever in a relationship, this goes for women, this goes for anyone, the easiest T-ball of your relationship will be carrying or bringing your partner to the hospital. That's like the freest of all time. You don't even got to like worry about the flowers and shit. You just show up. And they're like, thanks for being there. That means a lot. And you're like, yep. And it's easy. It's easier than picking a place to eat dinner with your partner because you're like, you just go to the closest hospital. Picking dinner is harder because you're like, oh, where do we fucking go? And you have to make decisions. This one's it's a gimme. Sometimes I throw a little rat poison in Cutie's food when she's not feeling good. I'm like, give me this. I'm kidding. Sorry, Gus. I can't accept your apology right now. I'm out having dinner and drinking with some friends. I'm going to make the call right now. I don't think this will be the same situation as David Dobrik because all of his friends ditched him, to my understanding. And I think a lot of his content was based around his friends and creating content together. And if you don't have that, and that's what your content's based around, you're not going to go back to where you were before. If we stamped the nothing change to David Dobrik, we can safely stamp an L on this one. And I think it mostly comes down to the viewers just changing their mind on how they think of their creator. It's the people that watch you, not the outside people, because the outside people is just kind of noise. And I'll give you an example of outside noise making a cancellation seem bigger than it is. James Charles. Hi, sisters. We all know about James Charles. He is the beauty YouTuber, and he was accused of sexting minors. And he had what is probably the largest single day loss of subscribers in like the history of YouTube. He lost like 1 million subscribers in a day, and then he bounced back, and then it kind of happened again. And now it seems like it's flatlined a bit. I'm not actually someone who's followed this enough, so I'm just going to jump right into the apology video because I'm curious. This was re-uploaded. James Charles' apology, except every time he lies, the speed increases by 1%. All right, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby.
This is not exactly planned. I don't have a script. I will let you guys know that I do have just some notes in front of me of points that I want to make because this is a very, very serious topic. First and foremost, I need to say sorry.
How have there been 7 lies? I haven't even been focusing. How have there been 7 already? I've been looking for the JoJo's guy the whole time.
And I also want to say I'm sorry to my friends, family, and fans that have to watch another one of these videos because
they're counting. They're counting every time he says I'm sorry as a lie.
You shouldn't have to. And this is
the specific details of the interaction really don't matter because I fucked up and I needed to take accountability for my actions and most importantly apologize to the people that were affected by them.
Okay, I don't think I care to watch this at 2x speed anymore. This is an old one, right? It's almost like James Charles is the hardest person to do this with because he has been canceled and then uncanceled so many times. Because this one is from like the Tati one from like 2 years ago. And then it was like all back in hunky dory. I even pulled up this Insider article. Look at this shit, bro. They have like infographics on the entirety of the cancellation of James Charles. They made a manga. They made a manga about how James Charles got canceled. This one is in between. Like where David Dobrik bounced back, and I think he will eventually be bigger than he was before the whole shit came out. And Gus Johnson, I think, will struggle to really ever get back there. I feel like James Charles is still killing it. Getting 4 million views every video is still nuts, right? This next one, I think, is the one that people are the most sad about. This is a classic. This is the one that everyone's like, oh no, we take it back. But this is Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles, if you don't know, made an apology video after people were resurfacing some of the edgier jokes she made like a decade ago, and then dropped this almost 2 years ago, about 18 months ago. And I remember seeing this and I was like, where the fuck did that come from? Like she dropped an apology and I was like, who the fuck was talking about Jenna Marbles? But then I watched it and I was like, okay.
I also get a lot of tweets from people that are saying like, we love you, you unproblematic queen. Those of you that are familiar with how long
I'm not a queen, I'm not royalty.
I've
True.
been on the internet know that that's not true. I've definitely done things in the past that weren't great. I'm not completely unproblematic.
It is weird when people say, like when they just like absolve of all crimes. I'm just saying, fellas, don't ride or die me. Once the ship starts sinking, jump. Get a life jacket. Consider it the Titanic. I'm going down, motherfuckers. You don't got to go down with me. If I'm going down, surely Clint will see it. He'll go live. He'll farm a few primes, disappear for a while. Germ will be there. You know what I mean? You're good, fellas. You're good.
There's a couple things that people want me to address and apologize for, and I'm happy to do that. I've spent a lot of the last few days privating almost all of my old content. And I'm sorry if any of that holds any nostalgia for you, but I'm literally not trying to put out negative things into the world.
It feels like when you got a hate mob on you, there's nothing you can do that's correct. There's no good apology video unless the accusations are just false.
I'm very proud of.
And it's easily provable. So general consensus is like the old edgy shit she did in like the blackface, and I'm putting quotes because, you know, it was a crazy tan. This is like, that's the shit she did, but she's still off the grid. Like she's still totally off the grid. It's literally been 18 months and there has not been a single post from Jenna Marbles. And although I would say general consensus seems everybody's like, I miss Jenna Marbles, she should come back. It's not even that big of a deal. We forgive you. That feels like 95% of people's takes on it. She successfully, I think, is the only person on this list who truly got canceled because she completely left the space. And there's only two ways you truly get canceled. One is you get entirely removed off of a platform, aka Leafy. Or two, you completely remove yourself off a platform. Honestly, though, I wouldn't even consider it canceling. I would say she got out. God bless her. She got out. God damn, I'm still stuck in this bitch. If that's the most extreme case of someone actually being canceled, this is the most minor. Zero happened at all. This is the case of Gideon. Gideon, I posted like 3 mogul mails about this, so I won't recap it all because you guys know. Got completely banned off of Twitch for doing a hate raid on Pokey. And then where is Gideon now? Hanging out with Pokimane. He did make an apology video on his second channel. Gideon meets up with Pokimane. Did he phase Rugged? Why does he upload videos on his second channel that seem like they were uploaded by a totally different channel? Like this feels like a React channel uploaded this. How many people just looked up to their parents? Come clean?
Did I phase rug y'all?
Phase rugging for the uninitiated means, was I faking it? Was I faking the beef with Pokey?
Was this whole situation just for publicity?
Absolutely not. In zero way, shape, or form. Was it for publicity?
All your answers are going to be answered.
In the next video?
Oh, no. In like 3 to 5 weeks. I don't know. It's going to take me a minute to post the video.
Fucking Dragon Ball Z head ass, clickbaiting head ass.
First thing first, I guess the only thing I want
Rest
to
in peace,
say,
Uncle
bro,
Phil.
is if you guys have a disagreement with a person, it can always be mended. That's all I'm gonna say right now. It can always be mended.
It's kind of like it's bigger than black and white, you know?
Talk to you boys later. Y'all be safe.
I like how he's alluding that maybe there's a chance that he phase-rugged the whole thing, faked it all, and did it all for drama and attention. Gideon, all right, look, hey, I'm happy the beef's over, but you are dumb as fucking bricks. This one's a really easy apology video to watch, and also the greatest, worst apology video of all time.
Cooper, I have no idea how I'm gonna record this video, dude.
Bro, I feel so bad for Cooper. All dogs go to heaven, but damn, when he gets to the pearly gates, Peter's gonna be like, bruh. Cooper's gonna be like, yeah, I know, man, but you deal with the hands you're dealt.
So I'm gonna try to make this as short and sweet as possible. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Why is he still in YouTuber voice? Look, this video's been taken apart by hundreds of other YouTubers, but like, fuck me. That when I finally get caught with all my child labor working these 16-year-olds in the ground for $0, you can expect my apology video will be the same. I'm actually gonna boot up my apology video with Popcorn Castle. Boys, what's up? Hey, little fucky wucky from your boy Ludwig. L. Let's turn that into a W, though. You know what I mean, fellas? Oh, holy shit, man. That's crazy.
Again, you guys seriously mean the world to me. Like, you've changed my life in so many ways. I'll never be able to thank you for what you all have done.
So crazy to say that after scamming them, right? Like, after scamming people, and then to say, you've changed my life. It's so crazy. T. Martin, if you don't know, was a huge fucking YouTuber. I remember him vividly because he was one of the people from the Call of Duty commentary scene that genuinely popped off and kept popping off. But if you look at the numbers now, it definitely ain't what it used to be. He's still uploading. And it seems like he gets, you know, 50 to 150,000 views. It ranges quite a bit. Like, this is, to be clear, a YouTube channel that many people envy, and they would love to have a channel this big. It is weird to see a channel with 5 million subscribers get this many views. And he has pretty much only ever lost subscribers for the past 2 years. It's been a bit of a steady decline. But if you look at, the second one, T Martin 2, that's juicy views, boys. 20 million views a month is crazy. So anyway, he's still chilling. He's still making millions of dollars a year off of YouTube. So he's absolutely chilling, but there is one loser in this. The biggest loser in this one is Cooper. Cooper the dog got absolutely boomed here. It just sucks that he was thrown into that video. Like, Cooper did nothing for that, you know. He's happy-go-lucky. It's just bad for the Cooper brand at the end of the day. And you got to think about Cooper's branding here. Here's what I've recognized from getting canceled. It's really how good you are at taking heat. Because, like, no matter how much shit you get, there is a percentage of people who watch you before who will guaranteed watch you after. And if you can just take the heat of all the other people just flinging shit at you, then you're fine. And you can continue what you're going to do. And canceling is fucking cap. And it doesn't matter at all. Like, David Dobrik can take the heat. Fedmeister could not take the heat. Fed got kicked out of OTV for making people feel uncomfortable with a few specific incidents that you can read into. And before, he was getting like, you know, a little under 1 million or around 1 million per video. He was doing really well for himself. All the shit came out, and then he bought a dog, and then he became super ripped. There's the dog. There's him getting ripped. And then everybody rolled him and made fun of him, including myself when he came back because it was so fucking stupid. And then he pee-pee pooped again. So I don't think he could handle the pressure. He tweeted, "Merry Christmas, guys. Hope to see y'all soon." Fuck you mean you can upload. What do you want from Happy holidays, man. Remember this? Yeah, I don't think he can handle it. All right, let's get to a couple big ones here. We got two here. Both of these are people who got canceled. And by got canceled, I mean their career fucking exploding into immeasurable levels. Hello? One is PewDiePie. He didn't explode because of this, though. It seems to be a pretty decent spike around here. I'm not saying he was made by saying the N-word. I'm just saying his career only has gone up since. I guess he was always the biggest YouTuber, so like, what's the fucking difference? I guess that's a fair point. Yeah, that's fair to say. But there was absolutely zero impact. I don't think he would be bigger if the thing didn't happen. And I think if anything, he grew from that media attention and then what happened afterwards. Probably a better example of that is the Logan Paul.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
This was the biggest thing that ever happened in his career. And it was like obviously everyone fucking knows what happened there. No one's confused about that. Why are there Arabic captions?
I should have never posted the video.
That was not Arabic. It was Indian. I made a severe lapse in judgment. I should have looked up the language before speaking. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't. And for that, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry.
Yeah, I don't think there could have been a larger effort to cancel someone than when he did this, because like it was inarguably in everyone's mind just a fucked up thing to do. And it was the largest thing he had ever done in terms of like how much media presence there was. But since then, he's only gotten larger. These were people that like were attempted to get canceled. There are definite cases where people do things that I think are too reprehensible and too unforgivable. And we'll bring up two cases of that right now. The first one is Mini Lad, who's accused of grooming two of his underage Twitch mods.
Hey guys. This video has been a long time coming. 2020 has been an awful year for everybody, and I want to go into next year knowing that I have said my piece. I've told you guys exactly what's going on. As my fans, you guys deserve to know what's going on, and I hope this video helps you understand.
I like how he's like, hey, 2021's been a rough year for all of us. You guys have dealt with COVID. I was sexing minors. It's tough. You know, end of the day, we were all dealing with these things. So let's get through them all together. You know what I mean? You had your shit. I had my shit. It's the same. Groom them off stream. Oh, it would be crazy if it was on stream.
And I understand what I'm going to say next is quite taboo online, but if this is my way of putting all my cards on the table and telling you guys what happened, I feel like I need to say it. The reason I did what I did, and there was even a message where I said this, is because what I said there is true.
I knew she was 17, but I was suicidal and said to myself, if I'm going to kill myself, I thought I'd go down. I'm sorry. What does go down swinging mean? Go down swinging in this sense means going down, hooking up with a minor. Going down swinging is like it's you against the world. It's not go down swinging where the kid's at. That's not going down swinging. I guess it is him against the law. That is fair. Why would you post this? This is the worst message I've ever had to read. My bae, you're my bae. Hi bae, hi bae. There's no bae Snapchat sticker. I'm sad. Dude, if somebody says there's no bae Snapchat sticker, they're too young for you.
I love my job so much that I didn't want it to go away. And I just wasn't right.
That's fair. It is, look, it is a tight gig. You have a bunch of people who adore you. You make millions of dollars and you get to play video games. The only thing you can't do is groom minors. It's honestly pretty easy. I'm not going to lie. It's a fucking easy job. I have like a checkbox. I'm like, did I play Super Auto Pets? Yes. Did I upload a video? Yes. Did I get a thumbnail? Yes. Did I groom any minors? No. Checkbox. Perfect. Nailed it. You always got to make sure, you know?
I have no ill will against you guys. I want you guys to go out there and I want you to prosper and I want you to live up the exact life that you want to live. I want you to be happy. There's one thing I've learned over the—
But I also want to have zero repercussions. And I want to be able to upload videos and make millions. And why can't both be true? Why can't I do the bad actions but not face the consequences? I don't get it.
The last 6 months is I
don't get it.
I care about the happiness of my friends.
Well, let's take a look at the portfolio, the cool things that Mini Lad is currently up to, because Mini Lad is still actually out here in this bitch uploading. It is a stark difference to what the channel was before. Looks like he also got fit. He came back 3 months ago.
Here's the thing. As you guys may have noticed,
he got ripped. I wonder if he has a dog. This is still a successful YouTube channel. Like, this is as big as, like, Atriox's YouTube channel, so it probably still makes a shit ton. But certainly a fall from grace from getting 1 million views every video. But if you already have millions of dollars and you spent 8 months off because you have the freedom to do so because you've made so much money. And in that time, you got super ripped and were able to just have access to like the top of the line mental health facilities. And then you go back to making like millions of dollars a year, as admittedly less millions of dollars a year. Like, is that really an L? Like, what really came from that? I wonder, do you think EDP will come back? Or did he delete is he off YouTube? Wait, YouTube deleted it? That's the only real successful cancellation of anyone, is if their channel gets deleted by a platform, if they get deplatformed. Which, isn't it weird? Of all the people we've watched today, the only people or the only person who was like genuinely canceled was Gideon. Nobody else had any real consequences. David Dobrik, Gus Johnson, like, they can still upload. They're still fine. Gideon just lost the ability to stream at all. He isn't canceled, the fuck? No, I know, he's bigger than ever on YouTube. But he got banned off of Twitch permanently, which is the only way to actually deplatform someone, is if the platform itself does it.